Roll camera?
I'm rolling.
Okay, so, do you want to start from the beginning? What do you remember about your mom growing up?
I don't, because I remember living with my grandma, and seeing my mom from time to time, or not seeing her and needing her.
Trauma had been my best friend. Like nobody could really see me spiraling out of control. My mother used to always had nothing but the good to say. She just really didn't understand that my drug addiction was kind of masking all the pain and the stuff I had went through. So with my first 3 kids, I wasn't involved in drugs when I had those 3 kids. I was young, and I was in a very abusive relationship. I was like 17, 19. He was 30. I left the house, and I moved in with my mother. Stan broke in our house and beat me in the head with a hammer. I was in a coma for about maybe 2 weeks. And my son saved my life because he ran and got the neighbors. My friend, who is, she's retired now. She took me out to celebrate for leaving Stan, and we went out to this bar, and after that, she took me to this house and said, try this. That was the door that opened my life up to cocaine. On the streets, I felt numb. And I always kept my kids and my mother separated from anybody that I dealt with on the streets. I'd be gone for a year right here on the streets of Milwaukee, on the other side of town from my kids.
There's a lot of things I blocked out of my life. Having my grandmother, her mom, was one of the best things in my life growing up, because she instilled in us to believe that my mom was sick, and that if you believe in God and you hope and you pray, God will deliver your mom. I never gave up on her. I loved her. I still do.
It's weird because my oldest daughter's boyfriend, I would see him and I would talk to him. He used to be like, your daughter really miss you. He was like, she longed for you to be in her life, and I never forgot that. So when I got rearrested, and I went to court, I asked the judge if I could go to this place called Maida House.
Well, hi there, ladies. Welcome.
He said, have you seen your record for bail jumping and being incarcerated? The DA automatically jumped in. Deanne Hurd was the DA. And she said, Your Honor, this time I'm going to beg to differ. And I think Ms. Van should be allowed to go to Maida House to get the help that she needs for her substance use. And Maida House picked me up 2 weeks later. And I went to River West North, where I started my residential treatment. They made me feel like my addiction didn't matter, that I was still human. And that's what kept me there.
It is such a blessing and an honor to be a therapist here at Maida House, to work in an environment that is not only uplifting the women that we serve, but the staff as well. They don't have to share the details of their trauma, of their substance use, of the things that they've done and been through, and they elect to do that and to allow us to be part of that. And then to see the growth is just incredible.
At that time, I was going through a lot of different emotions, and I did not go see her right away, no. And I think my aunt, she was the one that convinced me to go.
I remember when they first came to visit me, the oldest two, and they brought Talia. And when they got ready to leave, Talia just grabbed my leg and she wouldn't let me go. I felt so much love. That is the moment that I really wanted to be in their lives for her. I think she was like 5. She was like, please, can I stay with you, please? And I was like, wow. And I said, I promise you'll be able to come back. And I wanted to keep that promise to her. It took time for me to even feel like I was worthy of having their love.
I was very like, I don't trust her. But she proved to me that she was serious this time. And I knew it when I kind of came to see her at residential. I can't describe it. It's a feeling that I can't describe. It was pure, it was genuine, and she really wanted to change.
Regardless of what she'd been through or put people through, at the very, very end of it, she stuck to her promises, stuck to her belief, and make everybody feel like, all that loved and all that never happened.
I feel like housing put her in a place of stability, and it put her in a place of parent mode. Like, she was actually able to thrive and be independent.
Having this program helped her. It helped her change her, but it helped put a foundation for her family.
I think it was the first Christmas we all spent together when she was in Maida House in her first apartment, and it just felt very like how it should have been. We stayed up all night and opened gifts, and it was just kind of like that's what it feels like. So I think that's something I always remember.
Shirley is amazing. Shirley has been a comforted spirit in my walk, in my journey of recovery. She has been so supportive in everything.
First met Marsha here, my first day coming in. I believe that we were both tired from our previous life of using. And I know I was serious about this was gonna be my last time being in treatment. This was gonna be it. And I seen that in her, and I felt that in her.
This done changed quite a bit.
I remember she told me, I'm leaving out to go to group. And it was a part of my trust issues with her. And I said, why do you still go to that? Because you're already done with Maida House. And she said, no, I'm actually not. And she said, this is a forever thing. This is what keeps me motivated and keeps, me together. I have to go to these meetings.
One particular night I left Maida House. I didn't come straight back. I went to a meeting. She got off work and I wasn't there. And she said she went in her room and she started crying because she thought I had went back to the streets. And when she woke up, I was there on the couch sleep with my NA book. And she said that was the biggest moment of her life.
I just say thank Maida House. It was about fixing her for her. She is happy about her life, and now she has so much life to give us and teach us. We got it, we won. I say that all the time. My kids hear me say that all the time. I'm like, we won.
Is there anything else you want to say?
Yes. If it wasn't for you guys, I don't know where I would be right now. Because I look at my life when I was where I was, and if Maida House hadn't stepped in and helped my mom out, it's because of you guys that I'm on track and on pace to my life.